You're it. You're it. You're it. Quitsies. Any quitsies. You're it. Quitsies. No any quitsies. No startsies.
You can't do that.
Can't do.
Cannot. Triple stamped it. No erases. Touch blue. Make it
no,
true.
No. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. You
guys, enough. Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
What's up, guys? It's Benny. President Trump made history again at the White House this morning. The 45th and 47th president became the first president ever to drop the bomb on Israel and Iran. The F-bomb, with a hard F. President Trump said Israel and Iran, we have two countries that have been fighting for so long and so hard, they don't know what the F they are doing. Donald Trump said this out of extreme frustration because of current events. Here's a very short summary of what just happened in the last 24 hours. Donald Trump negotiated a peace deal between Israel and Iran, a total and complete ceasefire. President Trump negotiated this himself. His team worked all hours to do it. Now, Kiev. Everyone was happy, and President Trump was being praised around the world for this extraordinary act of diplomacy. But not just that, it was a commander-in-chief masterclass. American military reestablished. American military might reestablished. Iran nuclear capacity destroyed. No U.S. boots on the ground. Global force projection achieved. No bloody regime change. No idiotic nation building. American diplomacy respected. Ceasefire negotiation within days. Regional partners thrilled. China and Russia on red notice. Markets ready to roar. Gas prices collapsing. Lots of mean tweets. No leaks. Media psyops were irrelevant. The peace through strength. Trump, diplomacy, and doctrine established. The globe watching in awe. American global dominance was back. This is an absolute high point for President Trump in either term, and it was an incredibly powerful hour or two because that's all it lasted. Israel immediately began belligerently bombing Iran, and Iran began responding within literal hours of the ceasefire, leading to President Trump lashing out and saying,
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
President Trump, with an absolute heater there, Donald Trump, furiously lashing out at Israel and Iran, launches into F-word rant live on TV for breaking the ceasefire before telling Netanyahu, do not drop those bombs. That's what President Trump told Netanyahu, but Netanyahu dropped the bombs anyway. Footage of smoke in Tehran rising after Israeli strikes. This is the airstrike that Donald Trump ordered and told Israel not to do. Look at this. Israel, do not drop those bombs. If you do, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now, Donald Trump, President of the United States. Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This is President Trump at 7:28 a.m. That is about 30 minutes ago. Iran will never rebuild their nuclear facilities. Again, 7:34 a.m. So it is a big time F around and find out to Netanyahu. Obviously, people are saying, well, listen, if our allies don't abide by the ceasefire that we negotiated, are they in fact our allies, right? Donald Trump is pissed that Israel and Iran broke the ceasefire today. We basically have two countries that have been fighting. They don't know what the F they're doing. Do you understand that? Legendary moment from Donald Trump, who comes down hard on Israel and Iran. If only leaders could just tell the effing truth like this. POTUS is pissed, and I don't blame him. Inject this straight into my veins from Marjorie Taylor Greene. President Trump on Israel and Iran. They don't know what they're doing. Trump just said F live on the BBC, and I spat out my tea. So this is obviously making waves all around the globe. President Trump tells me they don't know what the F they're doing. Dude is super pissed off. Can't blame him. After all the USA did to keep bombing each other after agreeing to a ceasefire is total disrespect, by the way, for President Trump. Trump is pissed, and he should be. I wonder if other VPs have as much excitement as I do, says President. It says Vice President J.D. Vance. Yeah, Israel, like big time, violated, obviously, the ceasefire agreement.
Good morning to you from our news station headquarters right here in America's heartland. I'm Marky Martin. It's time for news for all Americans.
Quick rundown.
Israel and Iran accepting a ceasefire that didn't last very long. A lot has happened since you went to bed last night. Israel accusing Iran of violating the Trump-backed ceasefire. One missile attack alone killing at least 4 people in southern Israel. The overnight developments giving whiplash to a lot of you who went to bed last night thinking, okay, fighting's over, only to wake up right now to find out that the strikes are back on. Here's how it all played out. Just after 6 p.m. Eastern on...
So here you can see sort of the timeline breakdown of what happened, right? You can see that there were President Trump agrees to ceasefire, then Iranian media ceasefire has begun. Israeli Prime Minister, ceasefire accepted. Israel detects missiles launched from Iran. Israel Defense Minister orders military to resume attacks on Iran. Israel's military denies firing missiles. Iran military denies firing missiles, so on and so forth. This is the way it's going to go. It's a blood feud that's been going on for 10,000 years, and I wonder if anybody really can solve it. Israel defied Trump. Trump can try to downplay this, but they flew their planes while he was asleep and dropped symbolic bombs, whatever that means. Bibi is Bibi. Trump's legitimately angry now, and Bibi cannot win the war that he desperately wants without America. Here we go. If there's a ceasefire negotiated by President of the United States and it's broken by an ally, they do not deserve our help or aid. Respect the ceasefire, says Anna Polina Luna, military veteran. Goodness gracious, I don't think I've ever heard a U.S. president use the F word to media like this. Illustrates how angry President Trump is about the ceasefire not holding. According to White House source, Trump was angry and confronted Netanyahu in an exceptionally firm and direct way over his objections to the Israeli strike. Netanyahu scaled down the strike after speaking with Trump, but he did not scrap it entirely, as President Trump asked. It's not something that you say if you're controlled by Israel. The man genuinely wants peace. It's annoying how many tards can't get that. Israel, do not drop these bombs. That's exactly right. It's a major violation. Under pressure from Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu significantly scaled back a planned retaliation against Israel's violation, planned retaliation against Iran's violation of a ceasefire agreement. I mean, everyone's saying Iran violated the ceasefire agreement. I haven't seen any evidence of that. I mean, maybe they did. Israel launches small strike on Iranian radar equipment, backing down from further attacks. Trump tells IDF to bring pilots home. Trump tells reporter now this is happening like seconds ago on Air Force One, that he doesn't want regime change in Iran. Regime change causes total chaos. Let's take the president as word by playing all of the context for Trump's F-bomb right now, ladies and gentlemen. Have a listen to Donald Trump. He is pissed, and rightfully so. You have to respect the GOAT here. All right.
But reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think they both violated it. I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay?
Have you spoken to him this morning? How confident are you that Iran
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
You don't believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers.
Israel says that they violated the peace.
You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Israel says that Iran violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Do you